Hi guys, this is Rich Kimball again with another hot take regarding the NAR settlement. What is the NAR settlement? So National Association of Realtors in March of 2024 agreed to a settlement from a lawsuit that they were facing. And by the way, the settlement cost them $418 million. So this is a big deal of a lawsuit. The settlement essentially says that the seller is not going to be able to pay the buyer's commissions. More specifically, we can't list, they as an industry, can't list compensation to the buyer's agent in the multiple listing service. As written, that means the buyer potentially could be on the hook for that. Now, this could change, which is why we date stamp this a little bit. A judge has to weigh in, maybe the DOJ. But what I'm looking for is, where are the housing advocates to defend the buyer? Well, why does a buyer need to be defended? Well, prior to this settlement, the buyer only had to concern themselves as far as the money they brought to closing with the down payment and their closing costs. And depending on what market that you're in across the United States, closing costs can be very expensive. Now, because of the settlement, we're adding another expense to them. Let's say 2.5% of the sales price. That's another expense for buyers. For first-time home buyers specifically, that's a large amount of money. Now, we are in a seller's market. The way that the industry is perceiving that the buyers are going to get this money is by basically throwing it into the contract. Hey, Mr. Seller, I need a closing cost concession, 2.5 points. I've got some additional cost I'm trying to pay. In other words, I got to pay for my buyer's representation. And what my fear or concern is that buyers in this market, we have a lack of inventory across the United States. Buyers in this market are giving up their rights to all kinds of things. Giving what we're seeing to be competitive is, I give up my right for a home inspection. I give up my right to walk away from this property if it doesn't appraise. I'll agree to pay you more than it appraises. What's one of the other things a buyer can do to strengthen their offer? Well, they don't have to ask for the closing costs credits, which means now a buyer has to come up with that money. Now, here's where the disparity is, and here's where I want to know where housing advocates are in this conversation. People who have a little bit more money, they can afford to take that contingency out. They'll pay it. But what about the first-time home buyer who's struggling just to get the down payment and their closing costs, and they're trying to compete against people that we'll say are more well off? Those folks are going to be at an even greater disadvantage, and this system, as set up, is going to again increase the divide. I just put this out here to ask, where are the people to defend the homeowners, the first-time buyers? Where's their voice? I haven't heard a thing. So if you want to know why a buyer's agent deserves the money they make, we've got a list of 90 different things that they do to assist the buyer. First-time home buyers need an advocate, they need another voice, and they certainly need a realtor who deserves compensation for helping them through this process. Thanks for listening. Reach out to me if you want the list of 90, and good luck, everybody out there. Bye-bye.